world. Consumer lending app Five, previously known as Early Salary, has raised $90 million in its Series E funding round. The round was led by TR Capital, Trifecta Capital, and Amara Partners. Existing investors TPG Rise Fund, Norwest Venture Partners, Eight Roads Ventures, and Chirate Ventures also participated in the round, which included both primary and secondary transactions. To talk to us about the road ahead at Five, joining me now is its co-founder and CEO, Akshay Mehrotra. Akshay, welcome to Startup Street. Now, you offer personal loans and impact loans in categories like healthcare, edtech, insurance, and school fee financing, and more on lower credit costs to customers. First, tell us how you're doing this. Also, elaborate on your tech edge.
Hi, Shruti. Thank you for having me. So Five started almost 8 years back, and we said we want to give loans to young Indians in a great speed. Today, we are one of the fastest lending instruments in the country. We've made sure that we have leveraged technology to really underwrite customers fast in a simple manner, non-evasive manner, and they're able to get credit in a good manner. While we have completed more than 6 million loans in India, we noticed that many of our customers had specific transaction type they wanted to be financed. And we went beyond financing for just salaries. We went beyond financing for personal loans and kept identifying areas where we can build credit and yet reduce the cost of burden of interest. We identified healthcare as one of the large opportunities. And the second area was to do with education and skilling. Today, with 5,000 touch points, we were able to build zero cost EMI, where we are able to solve a large portion of India's access to affordable healthcare, affordable health insurance, access to schooling, for children. And at the same time, for any credit requirement they have, they're able to borrow on our app in the fastest manner. Today, if I look at a customer coming to our app for the first time, is able to get a loan disbursal in less than 8 minutes, making it one of the fastest instruments. At the same time, we see a fair amount of our customers staying back for a very long window with us. We have almost 8-year-old customers with us today. An average customer is able to repeat with us almost 88% of the time. It gives us the highest efficiency in the model. Consumers keep coming back, multiple products getting used, and they like our offering from a simplicity perspective. You come to us, you're able to borrow. Our rates extremely rational. Us versus, let's say, other instruments from banks like credit cards or other instruments, we are much more rational in pricing, more transparent.
All right, Akshay, I believe you want to further focus on Five's impact lending segment, and I believe you plan to deploy the new funds raised for business expansion, market outreach, and to curate more tailor-made products. So take us through these plans and what are the new offerings in the pipeline?
I think the first offering was to really go to mass India. Over the last 12 months, we've been opening network so that we can go and collect money in many more cities. Today, we are now available as on today at 350 cities. It's a growth of almost 200 locations we had in the last 18 months. It gives us reach so we can cater to middle India and we can service demand across the board. The second area I mentioned was a fair amount of disruptive space getting created in healthcare. Across every health insurer to every large meaningful hospital in the country to non-invasive treatments like IVF, hair care, cosmetic surgeries, dental surgeries. We are able to power almost every other large player in the economy and able to build out a deep partnership network coming in. Similarly, today we power more than 800 education institutes, schools, colleges, digital players like Upgrad, Scala, where we're able to provide credit, at the same time enable the partners to do better and enable consumers to afford a better treatment or a better education provisioning for themselves.
All right. Akshay, you spoke about Five's growth journey, the amount of customers it has, repeat customers coming in, the model. But tell us, how are you ensuring responsible lending and borrowing? How are you fostering that culture? And how do you ensure transparency, security, and privacy of your clients, and also the kind of NPAs you're seeing?
I think very interestingly, I think the first principle has always been to be transparent and tell about your rates. While the DLG guidelines came in last year, we were the only player who always showed the interest rate and charges to the consumer upfront. We have been very transparent. This is what we charge, and this is how we'll reduce your charge. The second part is really to bring in the cost element reduction for the consumer. I think over the last few years, every year we're able to reduce the customer-facing cost by almost 3 to 4%, which means as you repeat with us, your rates keep coming down and you become more efficient in borrowing. The second element out here has been simplicity in product and not having any flow code or charge. If you don't like us, you can shut the product down any given time. We don't charge you interest anymore on the product, and there's no charges and penalties on it. It's unlike any other product in the market. All financial products have a large load when you want to terminate or get out of it. We
Yes.
don't believe the transaction.
Okay.
The second element is we are never selling. There is no salesman in this company, and there's no one pushing a product. If you like our service, you can use us. If you don't like our service, you can terminate it immediately. We will never try to sell you a product.
Okay.
Unless you become a Five customer, you will not receive a welcome call also. And our journey has always been to, let's say, the 35 million people who have turned up on our platform. Your privacy is not getting breached. We are not going to keep calling you and push a loan product. If you like our product offering, if the limit that we offer is great,
Okay.
you can use service. And many of our customers have loved us for this reason. We have customers who have used us for more than 8 years and said, this is the only company who never tries to push a product to me.
All right, Akshay, very quickly, one final question before I let you go. Your technology arm, Social World Technologies, recently partnered with Axis Bank to launch the numberless 5 Axis Bank credit card. What kind of impact has the offering created so far? If you could quickly take us through that.
It's been phenomenal, actually. I think it's just been a few months. We've already crossed 80 crores of disbursals on the card.
Okay.
Seeing very high utilization of the card value, and it's the game changer card in the market. It's the first UPI-based credit card. It's secure because there's no number mentioned on the plastic. It's easy for the consumer to use. It's available on the runtime on the app. And we are seeing a very high immediate usage of the product. Now you can use credit even to make a chaiwala payment. And that's a huge demonstration of how the UPI movement in credit can also be created with mass utilization, and acceptance can be built in using a fintech platform.
All right, Akshay, we've completely run out of time, but many thanks for joining us today on Startup Street. Wish you the very best for all your aggressive growth plans. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Take care.
With that, let's go across.